Rightio, we are continuing with our uranium fuel rod production line. We're up to the copper sheets for the AI limiters, I think. So we're going to go and work on those and all the other copper production lines. And yeah, we will get it all worked out. We'll take our hypertube cannon over there. There we are, and we didn't die. Sometimes hit and miss that cannon. Oop, there was that. Nearly hit it that time. Alright. Oh, there's my new doggo that I thought was going to escape because it was too big on April Fool's Day. Alright, we're going to... Have I set any of these yet? No. Let me just sign into my spreadsheet. Rightio. Oh, that's annoying. Here we are. Nuclear, that's what I'm after. Now, copper ingot. I was on the wrong sheet. I had it all organised and ready, but obviously I wasn't signed into the Google. Here we go. Right. So I'm going to have at the moment let's just check. Oh, it's all through the rock. So it's this one over here. I didn't do any signs here. Well, let's do that first then. So this should be... This is for the Quickwire. No, copper sheet. This is a copper sheet. So this is the copper sheet T16, right? There it is there. Yep, 15. All right, let's just put a sign on these. So it's going to come in this way, so it'll be here. Oh, geez, I hate. What? Why do you give me diagonal? That's got to be one of the most annoying things. Okay, so this is for uranium fuel rods. The next step, this is for AI limiter. Right. Yep. so it's 300 copper ingots over 15 machines is 20 each. And it's 150 by 15 is 10 each. Right. Perfect. So I might as well run that back now. I was going to go... Where are we? It'll be 3 and 4. Yeah, perfect. There, or is it there? It's there. Is it? It's the second one. Yep. Perfect. We'll run this all the way back. What are these? Can I go to here? Right, that's going to go there. Right, so we'll make it this one first. So it'll be, let me just change, so it's 100 and, it's 300 copper ingots. Right, so these are 3 at 100%. Alright, so this I might as well adjust the blueprint because I'm doing a couple of these. Where are we? Special blueprint designer. Load. Logistics. Display. There we go. Rightio. Copper ingot. No. This one's for copper sheet is the next. Copper sheet. Uranium fluorides are correct. It's 150. By 3 is 50 each. And I believe it's that. And that. And that's 300. copper ingot. That should be copper. And iron. Right. Save that. Yes, we'll overwrite and clear it. Right. So that's that one. Right, so this that's it to there. How is that? Yep. Go there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be spot on. Perfect. Alright, that's that. Let me put these in. Right, that's that one. So that's those three done. Then there's 3 for the Quickwire. Excuse me. So that is done. So this is 3 at 83.4%. Copy. Paste. Paste. These will be outputting. Right. So that's going to be 150. I think I did those belts correctly already. Yep. I think I've done all these belts. This one, yeah, this is, well, this one will be for Quickwire. And it will be 125 by 3 is 41.7. Oh, let's do this. That's easier. And outputting 250. That's 83.4 each. Right, they've been made. So that's that one. Then I've got this one and this one. I don't think I've got any more. I might leave one turned off. There it was. So it was. This is the one here. This is wire for the stators. Yeah, 2, and then these are for nuke nobusks. I might do them in one and split it. 50-50. I might just make a little bit more for one of them and then I might do that, yeah. So this one, actually I might do something different there, but regardless, I'm going to do 2 of these at 90%. Right. Right, so this is for the, it's for wire, the stators. And this is for uranium fuel rods. This is 90 by 2 is 45 each. And it's 180 out, which is a 90 each. Right. So that's that one done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these ones just the normal copper ingot, because the amount of copper will be minimal. Right. And the way I'll do that is, alright, I need to decide, I need to bring in the copper and the iron so then I know which belt's which. And I think if I can, I'll bring it in through here. So I reckon it's just there for helping. That's in the way. whatever. Slipped at the last minute. So that now this has got to be right there, doesn't it? I'm going to put that. That's there, so then it's actually here. I've lost my eye, I've been playing other games. I've lost my skill. I might not have needed to move that before, but it's too late now. Where are we? 3 and 4. What am I doing wrong? Or no, nothing. I've just gone too high. Oh, I need to go one higher. Yeah, it's going to be coming this way. Right. I actually think this... I think we're going to drop one there. Yeah. I'll fix that in a sec. Or go one more up, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go one more up. Yep, that's all right now. That's good. So I'm hoping I can go. Do I go in this? I might go along here. Alright, so that I think it's going to go to there. Yep. That looks good, and it lines up too. It doesn't line up. There's a little bit of an off. Wow. Somewhere I've introduced an off. It's got to be related to these steps. Surely not. I think it's the... It's definitely off. But yeah, right. Look at it. Something's wrong with this here. Yeah, I think I know what's going on. It was when for some reason it's getting a lower. Something to do with the step. That's better. Can't be having that. So this one will need to be... You know what? I reckon it's right here is where we'll do it. So this one will go to here. That will go to there. Oh, it's because of the stupid... Some things are done a little bit differently here. For one reason or another. That's got it. That's what I want. So let's go get it and we'll work out what, then I'll know what belt's what. Right, there's that one. That one. Oh yeah, I had to go get the iron because I put the copper in. So I've got that's Caterium. Yeah, so that's copper and I want the iron on this one. So we'll just go for a quick hover. Because yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to bring an extra thing of iron, but it turns out I did need it. So I'm glad I ran the belt and I've just got to hook it up to a node. It should be pretty easy. Don't want to get my gun out. Shoot me some hog. Right, so there is that's more copper, isn't it? No, the iron's over there. Pretty sure. Where am I? Yeah, there's 2 irons there. It's copper. Yeah, alright. Right, so there we go. I think. That'll be what I want. Yeah, it's perfect. It's right here. There's a few of them around. Oi. I hadn't got him. I thought I had. Perfect. All right. Still looks good. Let's just see what it looks like both ways. There it's going to be a bit off. I reckon we do it like that. I think that's going to be better that way. Yep, we'll deal with that. And I need the, where am I? I need my miner base. That looks about right. crank that up, and the power might reach, but I'm gonna not what I wanted. Right, and then I can do some power. Done. That was easy. Thanks to Smirking in the past for setting that up for me. Smirking in the future, greatly appreciated. Right, so I'm going to there's a bit of a dip there, and yep, as intended. So it's the top two, copper and iron. No, I'm off by one. Right, that to there. So then this goes to here. Those plants sound like a rattlesnake or a snake in the grass or something. think. I don't like this poking into there. So we're going to do a I may have to start it back here. Better. Right. Awesome. No, I didn't. I even had this, or maybe I had it on mini. I don't need these because I'm not going to do overflow, am I? Right, so that means point of all of that was I'm not going to use that. Because we're getting rid of this. We're going to put 2 smelters here. Maybe. Would they go... No, they don't go directly next to each other, do they? But I might do them pretty close, like one there. And that one there, I reckon. Because so that's going to be $30 and $25, so 60. So that will be 60. That's 3 and 4. Rightio. That works. It fits. Blueprints. We want our foundry pole. That work? No. No, hold on. Right, so this one will be at 100%, and this one will be at 83.4. Where are we? I've never made a smelter sign. We're going to fix that. Because I used them early on and then not much once I change. This is for nuke nobelisks. The next product in the production line is copper sheet. It's our good old recipe 3130, and that should be copper ore. Copper ingot. $31.30. There we go. Right. Perfect. I'll save that. Smelter? Hardly know her. Think I'll be here or not. Right, so that's just standard, and that's the change one. So this is also for nuke nobelisks. It's for Quickwire. Oh, yeah, right here. Probably skip that one, but anyway. Oh, maybe not. No. So that was 25. 25. Right, they are all made. So let me just make a note of that in the spreadsheet. So they should be, power. That was the last thing. I might put one of these here. Right. That might actually, hold on. Too long. Right, and then that goes to there. Perfect. Right, they are all good to go. That looks quite nice. I'm happy with how that works. Okay, so that's the AI limiters. That's the copper sheet for the AI limiters. And then we've got Quickwire as well. Right, so it's all feeding in. So now I need to make my 600 Quickwire. Let's have a look. So Quickwire is I'm going to make 9 machines. And I think what I'll do... Right, are these all powered? I didn't get power yet. I hadn't decided how that was going to happen. I think... kind of... I don't know if this is going to be permanent, this power tower. Because it's sort of, I want it to be there. So maybe... that'll be there. Yeah, I think that's how I'll do it. No. That sink needs power. Might grab another one of these. And it goes here. Oops. There we go. Got an overflow going on. That's a build up. This should only be 3. It's probably going to drop now. 300. And there's already overflow. That's because I've done these wrong. Obviously I made that decision for a reason, but then I've changed my mind for another reason. And I don't know what those reasons are. Okay, there's still there's still a bit in the buffer, I think, is what's going on here. We may get rid of this lip. I've got to work out how to finish this off. Great of you to walk in front of me. Okay, so that's pumping along. Looks like it's doing the 360 now, the 300 now. Yep, that's better. Okay, so the Quickwire, I'm thinking it's going to be 9. I could go up again and go over here. That might work really well. And I could do the Caterium. So the Caterium ingots, I'm going to need three. And they could go here. There's not enough room to put 9 assemblers here or here. But I reckon if I went up a bit, if I went that, no, I reckon I can go this one up. Must have harvested them not too long ago. Captain Dynamo, hello, welcome, good to see you. What are you up to today? Not much and not too bad. 2 great answers. Just how I like to hear it. I'm just clearing some forest for some production factory area. Oh, we're all out. Luckily, they get fed into the into there automatically. What do I need? I need 10 foundations to fit 9 assemblers. Looks pretty good, I reckon. Actually, they could be... That might be a bit better. And then I might just put that there for a sec. Oh yeah, this is it. Where's my doors? My doors. I might put it here. Ah, no, this is... No, hold on. Because it's a 2 meter. I can sort of make this part of it. It looks like it's meant to be now. And then this could be hidden. That's not right. And you'd never know. Looks like it was meant to be. I like that. All right, that's enough trying to make things pretty. here I am still doing pretty stuff. That's enough making things look pretty. Right, that's enough. Okay, so we do have the room to do this. I'm afraid this power tower, I don't like its position now. Okay, so that was for hovering. That too is for, that's the radar tower above. I'll deal with that later, so that can go now. Should still have power. Yep. Alright, this is all working, just checking it's all working. That 30, and that's 30, so that should be 60. That should be Mark II. That's where I was missing some. Right, just keeping our iron things. I'm getting our even 300 in. Alright, over here still. That didn't move any of those. I think that might be alright. I think I'm prepared to live with that. Alright, so, I might even fill this in. Okay, so 9. I'll feed them in from here and then go out that way. So from the foot there is in the middle. That's 1. Alright, if I had that's the middle. I might make that work. I think I can make that work nicely. No, you know what? We've got the space. Let's not worry ourselves. We'll start off with it there. Alright, I may have to change this. I think I'll shift it across a little bit. Oh, and that's 6. No wonder I'm not fitting 6 in this area. 9, I mean, no wonder I'm not fitting 9. Yeah, I just don't like you. What do we got here? Quickwire fused. 74.1. Rightio. That means that's not going to fit in the same way I thought it would. We may have to push back. We'll see. I think we'll be right. I think that's it. Get rid of these ceiling mounts. Get my supports in. That one wasn't right. Right, let's... Wow, you want a assembler pole? That'll connect perfectly to there. Right, okay. If I put a sink in, I would put it here. No, I would probably put it here. No. Do I have... I've got my own sink. Maybe we add another one. There might be alright. Yeah, I could do with it there. Alright, I'm going to deal with this power. Well, actually, it cuts through it like that. That's good. Now I can get rid of that. Right, that goes to there. That tidies that up. This where are we? What's this look like? Well, actually, I like it once if I got the height better. So it doesn't interfere with the other belts, the belts that are going to be running through here. So probably there, I think. Rightio. Okay, so we could use this one. No, I want this one. Now, which way is it running? That way. Like that. Yep, this will work. But actually, you know, no, it's... Yep, that's right. Yep. Let's get rid of these. I have to make a few changes to this. Not many, but so actually I don't think I need to make many at all. Let's put down my sign. Okay, so this is 4 uranium fuel rods. The next step in the production line is AI limiter. Oh, I'm not playing modular factory automation. Why didn't I need to turn off that time-based event? There you go. Right, so there's going to be deuterium ingot coming in at 50 by 9 is 5.5575. And copper's coming in. That's going to be 250. That's 27.7875. And out is Quickwire at 600 a minute, which is 66.69. Right.
Hey Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you, Alistair Must Play, for the follow.
Put this. Alistair, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. I think I might put it. That's my overflow out. Have you been with nuclear? Look, this is my reactors here. There's 12 uraniums. We're working on the uranium fuel rods. And then that'll allow me to do 6 plutonium. And then once I do the plutonium, it's 3 fixonium. And this is all of my uranium production line so far. We are we're on the tail end of it. We're just working on the electromagnetic control rods. At the moment I'm working on the AI limiters, so that's the Quickwire I'm working on here for that. The AI limiters are over there. There's the copper sheets. So it's coming along nicely. Just figuring a few things out and we'll be underway. So that's... What about yourself? You been working on nuclear at all? The copper, I might bring the copper in down low. So that'll be what? A Mark II. Doing all pure nodes, 6,000 uranium per minute is no joke. Yeah, that's crazy. So you won't run out of power anytime soon, that's for sure. Now this is a standard default map, default nodes. So coming in, and to the right is overflow. No. Yeah. Left is overflow and right is copper ingots. I might change oh, hold on. I'll just do it again so it's done properly. No, I did that all wrong. I want you coming in. Oh. Perfect. Yep, that's loaded games anyway, but still on phase one. But any tips you could give for a good aesthetic looking factory? Set yourself some guidelines. So here I've got a link. At the start of that list is some guidelines, some strict, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do that. This area is a little bit not following those guidelines. My actual factory is, you can't see it, but it's over there. It's a massive factory, but I just don't want to go back there right now because I'm right in the middle of doing this. But yeah, that's my tip. Set yourself some strict guidelines to follow because they will direct you as to how things look. And it will make a big difference. This. And then like you make blueprint modules to help you build it like I do. I've got assembler setups in 3s, 2s and 1s. So you can fiddle around with that. So left is overflow, straight ahead. And I suppose the other thing is, for aesthetically looking factories, would be what I'm doing here. Every input to every production line, I have an overflow splitter set up. So any overflow gets, except on these ones here, which is raw ore coming in, for any overflow will go to a sink. And the reason for that is I want the belts always moving. Everything in here is always moving because there's always something being sunk. There's a few things that aren't right now because they're not going to their final production lines. Brunheim, you seem like a noob to this game. Alistair is just having fun with me. It's definitely not talking to you, don't worry. Just having some jokes. Alright. So I'm going to bring in the copper ingots here. So if that's the case, let's try this. Typical community just being nice, you know, that's all it is. Nothing to stress about. Brunheim, my favourite build you did, Smirkham, was the one at the hospital. Maybe it was in Russia. I can't quite remember where you copied it. Yeah, Hovrinskia. It's all you can come. You can go and see it here. There's a link to it there. You can actually download it, the save, and have a look into it. It was a Russian hospital that was never finished, so I finished it. They had some Russian people come in like, how do you know about this? It's quite funny. I reckon what I'll do is, I might do that. Hold on. This. Do I play 7 Days to Die anymore? I just got into it and it's way more fun than I imagined. I didn't play it the last I played was before the 1.0 release, and then I remember the 1.0 release, there was a lot of criticism about it. A lot of weird stuff. So I never actually played it. But they've added a lot of things back in. And it kind of makes you want to play it again. Oh, That's just a bit too clippy, isn't it? That's disappointing. Well then why don't I just bring up the top then? We'll do copper and deuterium like that. So now that's the right height. I've got a feeling this might be too far. That might be alright. That'll do it. That, yeah, no, there's a reason for that. That's good. Alright, so then that would mean something like that. And that reaches lovely. Right. But you know what I might do is this to here. That's about as best as I'm going to do. Alright, Randy wants a pat, so hold on, thanks. Come on. Alright. Right. Hey? Sorry about the ads, Alistair. Oh, you can stick a tongue in my mouth, eh? 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 Oh, he's a good boy, aren't you? Eh? You're a good boy? Yeah. Ads are over. Awesome. Good to hear. This is Randy. He loves a good pat. He's a good boy, I think. Yeah. Right. All right, come on. Thanks for the pat. That happens from time to time. I think I'm going to put that there. All right. That gets that supported. I suppose it could be any one of those. You know what? I'm just gonna. So we're in the middle, all right? So that's 3 and 4. Get my supports in. So that's going to be a Mark 3 to there and to there. Right, that's my output. It's going to come down here and come into here. I might just bring it in on this. Where's that? There. I might even Where's that coming in? There or there? How many is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. That looks right. Yeah, I can make this work. It's not my normal style. You know, I might just do I was going to run it underneath, but I think no, I actually don't like this at all. I think what I'll do is I'll put that. It's going to need to be right on the edge, isn't it? Or no, it's going to have to be that's better. All right. We might. That's the output then. Because I've changed something, I changed the whole way this would work. That's alright. That means all this planning I did, then I just changed my mind. doesn't matter, it's done now. Alright, so all I've got left to make now is the Caterium, and then I'll be able to start bringing that in, which I'll probably might make the Caterium here. No, I'll make the Caterium over here because it can come up the steps and then into there. But we're going to save that till the next episode because I'm going to get up early to go to work tomorrow. How exciting. There's another AI limiter I need to make. Another fused, yeah, but that's going to come later. That's not going to be now. I will deal with all of this a bit later. How we block this all off and that. But yeah, we will continue this later. We need to head over to the base so I can wrap up for the day. Bare minimum, how you going? Afternoon, evening, morning? How goes it? Pretty well, thank you. Except I'm just about to take off and wrap up for the day. I'm sorry. I've got that pesky work thing tomorrow. It always gets me there. I forgot to put my hover pack on, my jetpack on. You are lurking, only just opted to say anything. Not a problem at all. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you've been enjoying it. Make my jelly. Oh, I went through the top of the jelly. Not enough to slow me down. Yeah, 4 streams on screen, min-maxing. Wow, that is awesome. You are a true connoisseur of Twitch and the streaming etiquette. We've made 5 coupons today. Not bad. Let's make a note of that. Alright everyone, it was a productive day. We worked on the copper ingots first. We finished them up from last episode, put some signs in front of them, configured them all, belted 3 of them to the copper sheets production line, and that's all ready to go for the AI limiters. We then turned our attention to Quickwire, and we've got the assemblers built, all belted, got the copper going into it. Now I've just got to make the Caterium ingots for that, and we will be having some nice Quickwire being made. That will happen in the next episode, and then all that's required after that is stators, and we'll have the everything for uranium fuel rods. And to be honest, I've already got the copper ingots for the wire made, and I've already got the pipes for the stators made, so it's just going to be a matter of making the wire and setting up the assemblers for the stators. And yeah, the home stretch is there. Then we'll start generating these fuel rods. Can't wait. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.